Hello everyone. This video is primarily aimed at my distance learners and parents. If you are an in-school learner, this video won't really apply to you, so you don't have to watch this video if you don't want to. This video is going to be going over the syllabus and a brief introduction to Schoology. So if you are an in-school learner, this is what you did for the week of September 14th to the 18th. If you are a parent of an in-school learner, this might be of some interest to you, but it's up to you if you want to watch this or not. The purpose of this video is to explain to the distance learners and their parents what my goal is with the online classroom and how I plan to proceed. My goal is to adapt the in-school experience as closely as I can for the online setting. I will do all in my power to give the distance learners the same experience that they would have in the classroom. That being said, an exact replica of in-school learning cannot be guaranteed at all times. However, I will do my best. This is a new experience for us all, and with your patience, we will make this school year the best it can be. So what I want to accomplish first here is to go over the syllabus. This is the primary goal of my in-person classes for the week of September 14th through September 18th. To find the syllabus, log into Schoology and navigate to the class you have me for. Go to the folder labeled Important Class Files. The syllabus can be found there. Pause this video until you have the syllabus on your screen. Have it on your screen? Good. Okay, all of this first page of my syllabus is different for each of my classes. So I'll describe what's on the screen, and I'm not going to say exactly what it is because, like I said, depending on what class you have me for, it's going to be slightly different, but I'll describe what you should be seeing. At the top, you're going to see the name of the class, my name, and my contact information. Has my email listed there and my school phone number. Now, the best way to get a hold of me is by email. Like I said, that is my school phone number with my extension, but I'm not in the classroom always throughout the day. I have a couple of classes that are in different rooms in the building. So the best way to get a hold of me is by email. If you want to speak with me on the phone, email me and then give me your phone number, and then I can give you a call. And that would be the best way to get a hold of me, is by my email. The course standard is a description of the class that you have me for. These descriptions are partially put out by the State Board of Education in Charleston. So that's what that is. It's a description of what you can expect in the class. The course goals, that is a description that I put out, and it states what my goal with the class is. Course materials, if you're a distance learner, your primary course materials are going to be your laptop and your charger. The textbook is going to be a digital version of the book, and this is true for in-person and distance learners. Due to the new rules and regulations brought about by COVID, we are not using physical versions of the textbook. We're going digital with them, and I am in the process of getting the logins for everyone to get access to the digital book. So I'm still working on that, but it will be coming out shortly. The next part is course activities, expectations, absences, and tardies. Now, this syllabus is written with the physical classroom in mind. So if you are a distance learner, obviously some of this isn't really going to apply to you, but let's hope that if you are a distance learner, we can be past all of this unpleasantness in the world and be back to a more traditional idea of school real soon. But let's go ahead and go through this. Students are expected to come prepared and participate in all class activities every day. Failure to do so will result in an unsatisfactory grade. This includes the completion of all assignments on time. Students will be able to turn in late work only if they are absent. If you are absent, see me immediately. A student is tardy if he or she enters the classroom after the bell has rung. After 6 tardies, the student will be referred to lunch detention. Makeup work. If you are absent, come see me as soon as possible. If you know you are going to be absent on a certain day, let me know and I will attempt to get you your makeup work ahead of time so you don't fall behind. Makeup work requirements will be dependent on why the student missed school. I will accept late work or makeup work. I know that things happen. Life is crazy at times. So I will accept makeup work and late work. But if you know that you're going to be absent ahead of time, let me know and I'll try to get you your makeup work ahead of time so you don't fall behind. Late work. Students will be expected to turn work in a timely manner. Late work will be accepted, but the student will lose points due to turning it in late. Extensions may be given on a late assignment at Mr. Sims' discretion. Now, I know high schoolers tend to think that teachers are heartless monsters that just want to make their students' lives miserable. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth. I understand that things happen, and so I will work with you. Next up is the section about bell ringers. Once again, that's more of an in-person thing than a distance learner thing. Next up will be discussions. Classroom simulations, or discussions, will be an important part of the course. Students will be invited to share their own ideas and thoughts and respect the views of others. Students will also participate in discussions during each unit, exploring various topics. I will stress again, respect of others' opinions is expected. Insulting, intimidating, mocking, or any other form of a verbal attack on others will not be tolerated and will result in disciplinary action. This will be used online. I will post some discussions, and I will expect my distance learners to participate in those discussions. Now, these will be in the form of like a message board sort of text discussion. I don't plan on doing many person-to-person like video conferencing discussions. I prefer to do them text-based, so that's what I will probably do if we have online discussions like that. Homework in the form of reading, research, answering discussion questions, writing prompts, and other various learning activities may be given. The completion of all homework assignments is essential to the success of the student in this course. It is their responsibility to make sure assignments are complete for the due date. If you're a distance learner, I think all work is homework now, so doesn't really apply. Literacy and writing. Students will practice on a daily basis some form of reading and writing. That's true for in-person and online. You will be reading. Strategies being utilized are 2-column notes, which allows students to make notes and summarize what was learned that day. That would be a strategy that's more utilized in the classroom than online, but once we are able to get to a more traditional style of classroom, that will be utilized. Alright, next up is quizzes. Quizzes will be given based on the vocabulary words and key concepts in each section of the textbook. Students will be expected to study the vocabulary terms on their own.
Kathy Greathouse to the office. Kathy Greathouse to the office.
Once again, students will be expected to study the vocabulary terms on their own for each chapter. Quizzes will cover chapter content, class notes, and will be given after every week unless they're having a chapter or unit test that week. At times, class notes can be used on quizzes. I give quizzes every week. I usually will give them at the end of the week, and the quiz serves as a review for the week. I usually give a short quiz at the end of every week that summarizes what was learned that week. So if it only covers what was covered that week, but I don't give a quiz if I'm giving a test that week. So that way we have a grade every week, and you're not blindsided. I'm sure everybody has had a situation where you're like going through a class and you're like, oh yeah, I'm getting it all, I'm learning it, yeah, I got this. And then you take that chapter test and bomb it. It happens to everybody. Now these quizzes will serve as little check-ins on seeing how you're doing. And now the quizzes, they're only usually like 10 questions. They're not a huge thing, so it's nothing to be real nervous or upset about that you're going to have a quiz every week. It's usually 10 multiple choice, true, false sort of questions, and just serves as a review. So that will be coming every week. But like I said, you only have a quiz whenever you don't have a test that week. Alright, next section in the syllabus is about tests. Students will be given tests on the material covered in class. These will consist of multiple choice, true, false, matching, and short answer questions. They will be given study guides that will explain all the material for which they are accountable. I don't like trick questions. I don't use trick questions. I like to ask things in a straightforward way. Now I will make you think. I'm not going to say all of my questions are just bare bones basic questions. Some of them will require some deeper thinking, but I don't do trick questions. Next up is semester finals. Each semester will end with a cumulative exam covering all material from that semester. Notes and/or other materials may be allowed during the exams. Exams will be a mixture of multiple choice, true, false, matching, and short answer. All this material will have been on previous quizzes or tests. We do give semester exams, which are a cumulative test of everything that you've learned in that semester. I will, whenever we get closer to the time for exams, I'll explain them in greater detail. So they are coming, but I'll explain them in greater detail when we get closer to that time. Grades. Students' grades should be uploaded to Live Grades every Friday or the last day of each week. It is students' responsibility to frequently check their live grades account for their current grade. The handy thing about Schoology is whenever you get something graded on there, it will automatically port over to live grades. So that'll be pretty handy with Schoology. The grading scale is there. It is the same grading scale that we have been using for a couple of years now. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 B, 70 to 79 C, 60 to 69 is a D, and below 60 is a failing grade. The next section is the classroom rules. My classroom rules are pretty simple. By the time that you're in high school, you know how you're supposed to act in school. Now, a lot of these are going to be more applicable to in-person learning than distance learning. For instance, number 4, desks must be cleared of everything except the necessary materials for the day. I can't really make you clean up your desk at home, so that's going to be on you. But this last one, there is no tolerance of cheating. If a student is found cheating, he or she will be given a 0 on the assignment and referred to the office. This includes any cheating on tests, quizzes, or homework, as well as plagiarism. Please refer to the student handbook for school-wide policy. Plagiarism is a very serious thing, and if I find out that you have plagiarized something, it will be an automatic 0. Going forward, corrective behavior plan, once again, that's more of an in-school learner thing. So going on down to snow day packets. Wetzel County Schools will be utilizing snow packets this year. When a snow day is issued this winter, please listen to the school messenger to receive your assignment. Snow packets will be graded and will be located on Schoology. So whenever we have a snow day and snow packets are going to be used, once again, listen to the school messenger whenever the call is made, and it will tell you what to do. Now, on a day that we are using snow packets, you can contact me. I will be available by email between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Snow packets will be due at the beginning of the class of the next school day. So just wait until you get the call, and it'll tell you what snow packet to do. And the final line there says, this syllabus is subject to change or be added to only if I feel it absolutely necessary. And listen, in this crazy school year that we're going into, there are probably going to be some changes coming up, but I will make sure that everyone is aware of any changes to policy before they are enacted. Okay, the next part of this video is going to be a brief overview of what my Schoology classroom looks like. So what I want you to do is to navigate back to the class that you have me for on Schoology and go to the home page. And you'll know you're on the home page whenever you see 4 folders. They should be labeled Assignments, Lessons, Important Class Files, and Schoology Introduction. If you go into the Assignments folder, that is where any assignments that you will have will be posted. Now if you click it, it should be empty right now. As of, I'm recording this on September 14th. It should be empty right now, meaning that you have no active assignments that you are responsible for. Go to the next folder, it should be Lessons. Go into the Lessons folder. Now, depending on what class you have me for, there may or may not be a PowerPoint in there. Now, for going forward, whenever I do a lesson, which is like a direct instruction, which these videos will be part of, you will have in that folder a PowerPoint and a link to a lesson, which will be a video on this YouTube channel. Now, what I want you to do is to listen to that video or watch it, and at the same time that I'm going through the content, open up the PowerPoint there and save it to your laptop. It is going to have some blanks in it, and I want you to fill it in as you're going along with the video. Now, how you do that is up to you. If you want to play the video and then minimize it and then just have the PowerPoint open on your screen, fill it in as I talk through it, you can do that. If you want to have the video playing on your phone while you fill out the PowerPoint on your laptop, that's up to you. However you want to do that, it's up to you, but that is the idea that I had in mind. You know, listen to the video and follow along with the PowerPoint on your screen and fill it in as you go along. The next folder should say Important Class Files. If you go there, right now it should have the syllabus and a link to the class YouTube channel on there. So those are the 2 things in that Important Class Files folder right now. Now, throughout the year, I will update that class folder. If I find some good resources or something that I think you should look at, I will put it in that folder. But anything in there will not be an assignment or a lesson. It'll just be a good resource for you. Now, the 4th folder is called Schoology Introduction. If you click that, go into that folder, you should see 2 things right now. There should be a Intro to Schoology quiz, and the icon for that is a puzzle piece. Now, any sort of quiz or test or anything, the icon for it will be that light blue puzzle piece. And that, don't click that just yet. I want you to click the World History 1.3 PowerPoint first. So go ahead and click that. Give it a second to open. Now what this is just an old PowerPoint that I've used in classes in the past that isn't really relevant to your class, but I just wanted you to see what a PowerPoint opened in Schoology looks like. Now it might take a minute to open, but if you see a white square and it has Mesopotamia and an orange rectangle in the center, then it's loaded. If you look up towards the top, up above that, it is going to say 1/14 with arrows on either side. If you click that next page arrow, it's going to forward in the PowerPoint. That is what a PowerPoint looks like in Schoology. You don't have to download it if you don't want to. You can view it right in the browser. So, I just wanted you to know what a PowerPoint looks like in the browser. Now, down below, there is a link there where you can click and download the PowerPoint if you choose to do so. Once again, this PowerPoint that I have loaded here is not relevant to your class. I just wanted you to see what it looks like. So if you want to click through that, that's what it looks like. You might scroll, you can also scroll through it. However you do that is up to you. But like I said, that PowerPoint, it's an old one that I've used in classes in the past, it's not really relevant to your class. So once you're done looking at that, go back up and above where it says World History 1.3, you're going to see that blue folder in the Schoology Introduction icon. Click Schoology Introduction again. Go back to the folder. This is going to be the end of the video, but I want you to click that Intro to Schoology quiz. Now I have quiz in quotation marks because it's not going to be graded. Now I want you to take it and I want you to answer the questions truthfully. But it only exists, I only made it so that you will be used to what a quiz on Schoology is like. So go ahead and take it. Don't worry about what your grade is, but I want you to answer it honestly. There's a variety of questions in there. So go ahead, take the quiz, complete it, submit it to me so that I know that you've done it. And it will get you used to what a quiz or a test is like on this platform. The questions in it are pretty basic. I wanted to show you what kind of questions are possible through Schoology. You know, it's not just multiple choice true false. There are other types of questions that we can do on here. Some of the questions are about you, some of them are about TV shows. So go through, answer the questions, and then submit it to me so that I know that you've watched this video and you have a little bit of experience with Schoology quizzes. And once you've done that, that's going to be it for this video. The future videos will have more to do with class content, but this one was just an overview of my syllabus, of Schoology, my Schoology classroom, and what it's like to take a quiz on Schoology. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment on this video, you can send me an email, any way that you want to get a hold of me. But like I said, I prefer email. That's the easiest way to get in contact with me. You can also send me a message through Schoology. There's a number of ways that you can get in touch with me. So, like I said, have any questions, send me an email, and that's going to be it for this video. Have a good day, guys.